I hate being married. I long for the day to be single again. The only thing that's causing me to stay and stick it out is because I've been a housewife for 10 years. And to get back out there in the workforce with a mental illness, there's some fears that I have. But I literally do hate being married.
Why not just leave the marriage then? I mean, we could all sit here and feel bad for this woman, crying all over the internet to her female audience how much she hates being married. But me personally, I would like to know what the husband thinks, how he feels, and what he would say, having to come home every single day after work to a woman who has no problem publicly offending him and talking like this about their marriage. Sir, where are you? We gotta talk. Who do you think is the beneficiary in this situation? Without trying to shame this woman or judge her for her mental illness, I believe that she is the one who benefits in this situation while her husband suffers in silence. I mean, he is the one who still has to get the strength somehow, somewhere to go out there, deal with whatever comes with work life, all of the headaches and everything, just to come home and have more headaches because of her mental illness. But her, on the other hand, she has all the time in the world to figure out what kind of content she's going to post next and deliver to her female audience. You be the judge.
So y'all know how I say that I always use my content to push my pain into purpose, make y'all laugh. A lot of this pain is connected to my marriage.
As somebody who is constantly doing inner work and is helping others to do the same, I can ensure to you that if you drown your pain in drugs, alcohol, social media presence, excessive partying, you're only going to make things worse. You're going to have to face your inner demons. That is the only way to overcome your suffering, to overcome your pain. Why would you want to make things worse for people in your environment just because you are going through something? And just because of clips like this, just because of women talking like that, women looking like that, not judging her again, but I'm saying us as women, if we have a man by our side who is willing to pay all the bills and do all of these things, we have to look presentable at all times. At all times. But back to what I was saying, because of clips like this, I am not surprised at all why men are choosing freedom, being single, peace, and happiness over being married. Yeah, I said it. And as long as you don't get to the root of every problem, work on it, or better yet, eliminate it, you are always going to be stuck in misery. And as we all know, misery always loves company. And we're going to get into that a little later.
I just try my hardest not to put it out there, and I'm still not going to go into details. But just know that this shit is not gold. And no matter how much I try, no matter what I do, at the end of the day, I still just want out. I want to be single. I know I can love myself better alone than anybody can love me with them.
If the marriage is so unbearable, so bad to the point that it's causing you trauma and making you cry in front of the camera, why not just get up and leave? I mean, just because you're broke, you're going to turn life into a living hell for yourself and for your man too. And something is telling me that this man is sitting right in the next room or in that room with her as she's talking like this. Honestly, honey, just get up and leave. Women have a bigger support system when it comes to topics like this anyway.
I love who I am, but I do not love who I am with this person. I hate being married. And on my life, once this shit is over, I would never get married again.
There's nothing worse than living in a household with somebody that you don't want to be involved with. Having to wake up next to somebody that you don't want to be around is one of the worst things that could ever happen. I don't know what's going on in this household. I don't know if these two have kids, but at the end of the day, I wish them all of the best, because if you have a woman who has a mental illness and she's so okay with it, talking about it publicly, maybe even being able to help other women with their mental issues, that's the good thing. But sitting here and not really achieving anything, still turning your camera off and still having the same problems that you had before, maybe even more now, because now your husband finds out you are talking about this topic like the marriage is nothing, then you're going to make things worse. And having to worry about not getting married anymore, that shouldn't be your problem, because men are choosing wisely now, and they request that if you cannot bring some peace into a home, They're not getting married. But that is not the only clip that she has put out. She also published another video where she is justifying the things that she said in the previous clip.
You hit the nail on the head with this one. That's exactly how I feel. Because he has great qualities about himself, and that's what made me work so hard to stay and try to fix it. But unfortunately, we get along perfectly apart than we ever do together. I honestly believe at this point in my life that he was supposed to have been a friend. I was supposed to friend zone him.
So after 10 years of being married, she discovers that she should have friend zoned this man a long time ago. I'm sure she had all of the financial good reasons when she married him back then. But I understand that people, can disconnect from one another. But at the end of the day, she's so lucky to have a man who's willing to go to work every single day, to come home to that and still pay all of the bills.
Actually marry him. Because you're absolutely right. I do love him as a person, but not as my partner. And that's a horrible, horrible feeling. And he ain't even cheating, from what I know. And the only reason why I put up the video is because I didn't want to feel alone. I needed to feel related to. I don't get that often. I don't have a lot of friends in the physical. Most of the people that's close to me live very far away from me. So physically, I don't have people to lean on, to go to confide in. So thank you for saying this, and I appreciate it.
The only place this woman should have went was either a counselor or a therapist, because all of this crying to a female social media audience is not going to deliver any solution. I mean, she said that she wanted to feel related to. Fine. Where's the solution? She said that she wanted to feel understood. Good. But where's the solution? She said all of these things online, but how does her man feel about it? How does the person feel about it who is actually paying for your phone that you are making a video with, putting it out on the world? I mean, I understand that us women, we like to be amongst one another and talk about our partners and gas each other up, but at the end of the day, it's us having to come home to those men that we talk all of this crap about. All of those girlfriends, all of those females that you gassed up each other with, they're nowhere to be found. They're not going to help you with anything. And that is the reason why I'm always saying you have to think before you speak. And when you speak, you have to think about the consequences of your word. You may sit there and say something that you don't mean, but it could be the last word, the last sentence that the person needs that's going to push them off of the edge. And correct me if I'm wrong, a lot of people think that it's a weakness to go out there and seek help. Talk to a therapist, talk to a psychiatrist, talk to somebody that does couple counseling. No, it is not. It would rather be a weakness when you are just making life a living hell to everybody, including yourself. Because she's crying crocodile tears, I get it, but you're not solving anything. If anything, you're going to make it worse. And I'm really not surprised that she turned off the comments to that TikTok video that she has published, because she was probably not ready for the backlash that would come with posting a video like that. Of course, a lot of females said, girl, I feel the same way about you. You got this. We love you. But all of that is empty talking. If the internet shuts down tomorrow, it's just going to be you and your husband, the atmosphere in your household. All of those likes, all of those emojis, all of those people that you are trying to make happy, they're gonna be gone. Women tend to put way too much energy into social media anyway. They care way too much about what another woman has. They envy a lot what other women do, what they own, and how their relationship goes. Now, if you think that I'm lying, tell me this. If women don't envy other women, why do they feel so happy when they're actually able to take another woman's man? Let me know in the comment section, and don't worry, I will wait. So if your energy is going to social media only, of course you're not going to have no patience, no empathy. You're not going to feel like putting energy in something else that is right next to you, which in this case is her husband. There's a saying that goes, where your attention goes, energy flows. And it is true. If these women would put half as much effort, energy, time, and patience into their relationship as they do on social media, they wouldn't have any problem. That's today's video, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching today's video. As I said before, it is no sign of weakness when you are actually seeking help. Because at the end of the day, life is too short and you don't want to end up in your bed, sick, worrying or wondering why you did not seek help to make life better. So thank you all so much. Make sure you give this video a like, make sure you comment, make sure you share it with your friends and family who you may think needs some help or a little bit of assistance and advice here and there. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and if you did, welcome on board. Everyone, that is my Wednesday wisdom, as I like to call it. Make sure you stay safe in the streets and stay tuned for the next video.